on today's show.
We discuss Kyrie's knee, the Pelicans' back-to-back-to-back wins, and Curry's new shoes.
The Grizzlies, Malik Beasley, me. Who will take home worst of the week?
And oops, we did it again. You know, just another best top 10 in sports, no big deal.
It's Friday, March 23rd. The starter starts now.
Good evening, Sweet World, and welcome to The Starters, presented by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Whether you're joining us live right now on NBA TV, maybe watching on YouTube later, doesn't matter. We're very happy to have you. I'm Jay Skeets, and alongside me, as always, that's Tess Millis.
Thank you very much for joining us.
To his right, the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friend.
Hey.
Lele, and last, certainly not least, over yonder, that is the bearded one, that's Trey Kirby.
Hey
yo! TK, what's up tonight?
Well, I'm here at the internet looking for your best tweets at hashtag the starters, and if you haven't heard, your boys are going late night.
Hey, it's the Starters, and we're on at a new time.
That's right, late night.
Oh, very nice.
Late night, huh? Time to get comfortable.
It's not that late.
Put it back on.
The Starters Late Night, March 26th to March 28th on NBA TV.
That's right, we're going late night. Next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, brownies will be served, but there is one part of that promo that certainly caught people's eye.
That's right, late night.
Oh, very nice.
That face is very nice, and this is where you come in. We want you to hit us up on Twitter and caption Late Night Lee here, because some Starters fans already have, and it has been cracking us up in the office. Alex got it started saying this is Lee the moment he realizes he won't get as much sleep as usual. Smiling through it. It continued. Calvin says this is when you get a D+ on your advanced calculus class. Henry says when you've just finished a coughing fit and someone asks if you're all right. Sure, I'm totally fine. My favorite, though, comes from Scott, who says when you're just doing your job and you end up becoming a meme. That's why he's the Klay Thompson of the Starters, people. He can't help it. But we want you to hop on Twitter and let us know at hashtag the Starters your best captions for Late Night Lee here. We'll see the best ones a little bit later.
All right, get your tweets in for the Lee meme. I love it. Okay, we got a fun show. We got Worst of the Week honors. We got the best top 10 in sports. We got a wedgie. We got a very solid play. But let's start with a little Is This News? Trey has rounded up some recent NBA headlines, going to pitch them to us, and we'll determine whether or not they're actually newsworthy. Take it away.
Our first headline is from the Boston Globe, and it reads, Kyrie Irving will have a minimally invasive knee procedure. Is this news?
I'm going to say it's good news because
Okay.
he was fighting through it. He was fighting through it, went and got that second opinion. And now he's having a minor surgery. And it's not a major surgery.
Yeah.
It's on that end of the spectrum. And we don't know the timeline until Saturday when the Celtics talk about it. You know, we can get into the sort of the details about the procedure and whether or not it's veering towards long-term or short-term and whether or not screws are coming out of the knee. I just think from this standpoint, because he was fighting through it and because it's a minor procedure, I think we're going to see, total guess here, but I do think we're going to see Kyrie Irving this season before the playoffs.
Yeah, that's why it's incomplete news to me. That's what I would label it. You said we won't really know till Saturday when the Celtics, they have the surgery and they come out and say he's out till, the final game of the regular season. He's out until the first round of the playoffs. He won't be back at all. We just don't know. And you never know how the surgery is going to go either and how the body will react to it.
That's why they're waiting.
So I go incomplete, but it was only a matter of time by the sound of it that he was going to have to get the surgery. So this is at least minor surgery right now. They're taking care of it, and they'll go from there.
But the fact that he has to have it now and they can't prolong it until after the playoffs, that's a bit of a concern for me because it's that same knee that he injured a few years ago in the playoffs. And the fact that they can't even give a projection on the timetable until the surgery, okay, maybe they just want to wait and see how things go. That's a little bit of a concern for me because we know that how important he is to this team. So if he's not going to be playing the last couple of weeks, let's say, and then he's got to come back in the playoffs, he's probably not going to be 100% ready by then. So it's a bit of a concern. I just hope that whatever it is, this doesn't sort of come back to haunt him throughout his career.
Right.
Because he's only 26. Sure. And, a knee is never a good sign, especially for a guy who you see is always darting around the court. He's moving around so quickly. Like, he needs his explosiveness to be effective.
Yeah, we're going to wait till Saturday to hear, but the news that Celtics fans didn't want to hear was his season's over. And that's the timeline, because this team, as it's set up right now, is perfect for Kyrie Irving to go out there and take those big shots. It's sort of like Isaiah Thomas last year. Everybody else do their thing on the Celtics, and Kyrie will go get those shots because he has throughout his career.
Yeah.
But you've got, a Jason Tatum, who's there in another year of Jaylen Brown. So it's different than the Isaiah Thomas situation, but it's a team that has, #1 defense in the league right now, and then Kyrie to go bonkers. So I'm guessing we're going to see Kyrie doing exactly that, what we just saw.
I assume when we come back on Monday late
For
night,
sure.
we'll have a better understanding of the injury. All right, Trey, next one.
Our next headline comes from the New Orleans Advocate. Pelicans rally late to beat Lakers, complete 3-night sweep. Is this news?
This is absolutely news. I don't think this is getting the attention it actually deserves. This was a weird quirk, I guess, to the schedule because they had that rain-out game where they had the leaky roof back in February against the Pacers. So it just happened to, only work that they could play a back-to-back-to-back, all three at home there, and they pick up all wins. And I don't care even who it was against. They could have been playing, the Grizzlies and the Suns and the Washington Generals. To do that against any team, to win 3 games in a row in 3 nights, that's impressively, and especially how they did it against the Lakers last night. The Lakers went on a run. They got up. They were going, up 108-97. The Lakers were into the fourth quarter. And you sort of think, I definitely thought watching the game, okay, well, they're tired. And how could you blame them? But then the Pelicans stormed back and Rondo sort of led the way.
This is what's important to me is I think they actually cemented their place in the playoffs because they're 3.5 up
that's
on the
probably
Nuggets
true too.
right now. Now, obviously they want home court advantage where they are right now, but their first goal is just get into the playoffs, and I think they're fine because they actually played 5 games in 6 nights, won 4 of them. So that to me is also
the only
sign.
loss coming against the Rockets.
Yeah,
which,
and they've got to
best
play
team
the
in
Rockets
league.
again on the weekend.
Yeah.
But that to me is actually a sign of a team getting ready for the playoffs, winning close games, winning important games. So that's a really good sign for Alvin Gentry and the Pelicans. Davis was obviously huge, but other guys contributed as well. They're not just relying solely on Anthony Davis. Rondo's been good.
I was going to say his name, Lee.
He's been good.
You're not
He's
a
been
Rondo
good.
fan, but he was huge in the fourth quarter.
He's
last
been
night.
good for them recently.
Yeah.
Holiday's been fantastic. And they've just been getting contributions from other guys as well. So I think big picture, they've cemented their place in the playoffs. They've got a tough schedule home. 6 of their 9 remaining games against playoff teams, but they've got the Suns and the Grizzlies in there as well. So I think they only need to go 500 from here and they're set.
Yeah, their magic number is 7, according to Matt Moore, because he likes to do those calculations. and I don't. But this team just hit back-to-back-to-back jacks. It's great for them. I got a soft
Talking
spot
roads.
for them. I have a soft spot for this team to get into the postseason and do some damage because it's a small market team.
Yeah.
They have had a lot of people come watch their games, although there is some reporting out there that they don't. They do get enough people out there. Enough of a fan base around Anthony Davis. I think the better they do, the more likely they keep Anthony Davis. And they got playoff Rajon Rondo out there doing his thing right now.
Yeah.
You remember in the postseason last year? He contributed before he got hurt. And right now he's doing his thing.
All right, next one, Trey.
Final headline is from ESPN. Stephen Curry will play in Under Armour low tops for the first time. Is this news?
It's good news for the Warriors.
Shoes
He's
news.
playing basketball.
Yeah.
First of all, the fact that they basically conceded the 1 seed to the Houston Rockets. They're 4.5 back with only 10 games to play for them.
Yeah.
It's good news that he's going out to play there with a bunch of other guys that are sitting, and he's comfortable in the low cuts.
Yeah, I guess this will really be news if anything, knock on
Yeah.
wood, were to happen to his ankle again. But he's wearing these Under Armour, low mids, whatever you want to call them. He's never worn them before, but he's going to have his braces.
Yeah.
There's a shot with him in them, these new shoes, without the braces. That's in warm-up, but come game, he'll be wearing the braces as he has, basically since he had his ankle injuries a long time ago. So.
Yeah, he said they're stable and designed to maximise his performance. It's not just something he's worked on recently. This is going back a couple of years when he first had the idea for these. So hopefully it keeps him out on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. Final piece of news here, and Trey didn't even need to ask us because it's definitely news. As I'm sure many of you know, the start of last night's Sacramento Kings game was delayed due to protests outside the arena over the fatal police shooting of Stephon Clark over the weekend. Peaceful protesters, they blocked the entrance to the Golden One Center, leading the Kings to decide to shut the doors and play the game in front of a near-empty crowd. After the game, Kings owner Vivek Ranadive addressed the sparse crowd. Have a listen.
On Sunday, we had a horrific tragedy in our community. And on behalf of the players, the executives, ownership, and the entire Kings family, I first of all wanted to express our deepest sympathies to the family. What happened was absolutely horrific, and we are so very sorry. We're so very sorry for your loss. I also wanted to say that we at the Kings recognize your people's ability to protest peacefully, and we respect that. We here at the Kings recognize that we have a big platform. It's a privilege, but it's also a responsibility. It's a responsibility that we take very seriously. And we stand here before you, old, young, black, white, brown, and we are all united in our commitment
So a few thoughts on this. First off, obviously our thoughts and prayers with the entire Clark family. That's a given. Secondly, I think you got to give a lot of respect and show a lot of love to the peaceful protesters in Sacramento. I know personally it did shine a light upon that tragedy. That's important. There's a lot of people saying, oh, what's the point of this? Don't listen to that. Protests like this are important because they shine that light for a lot of people that don't even know that's going on. And thirdly, to Ron Adive especially, and the entire Kings organization, I thought that was all class, and he was speaking from the heart, and you could tell that. You know, that wasn't some written thing that he'd done. That was from the heart, and I think we can use a lot more of that, you know, moving forward here. So again, a final piece of news there, obvious news, and again, thoughts and prayers to the entire Clark family. We got to take a break. Lots more still to come on the starters, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the show. We cover a great league, but sometimes guys make mistakes. It's time for Worst of the Week.
Ladies and gentlemen, the worst of the week.
This week's second runner-up is the City of Vancouver's Twitter account. When Memphis was getting crushed by 61 points, City of Vancouver's Twitter account was having a little bit of fun. This was the 6th largest margin of victory in NBA history, courtesy of the Charlotte Hornets, but the team formerly of Vancouver. Well, the city sent out a tweet that said, "We're glad you laughed."
Oh!
Oh, how rude.
Wow.
Thank you to Black Trey for grabbing that because it was deleted immediately after. City of Vancouver, what's up with that? I know you miss the Grizzlies. You're not happy that they left.
True.
Come on. That was a
Low blow.
61-point win, though. Was it the Grizzlies tanking, or was it the Charlotte Hornets just had a great night?
Well, probably a bit of both.
Kemba
Kemba Walker
yeah,
couldn't
he was
miss,
on fire.
but you could have given the Grizzlies worst
Yeah.
of the week. They just lost by
They
61,
did lose by
man.
61.
That's tough to do.
It's an accomplishment,
Yeah.
but the City of Vancouver, that's a low blow.
Yeah, I wonder how long it was until they realized we got to delete that one because it got like 400 retweets or something. It's like, yeah, get rid of that one,
You
fellas.
think maybe Prime Minister Trudeau
Had something to do with
had
it?
to call him
Yeah.
up? Yeah, call up the
Oui,
City of
oui.
Vancouver.
Yeah,
Possibly.
Did you say wee wee?
oui, yeah.
All right. First runner-up. Well, it's me. The YouTube commenters are gonna love this one. After Celtics Marcus Morris hit the game winner Tuesday versus OKC, he was interviewed post-game and revealed a nickname for his teammate Jason Tatum that I would later capitalize on.
What was going through your mind? JT, he did a great job of driving, committing to defense. PG flew our game, a pump fake, step to the side. All she wrote after that.
JT, I didn't know they called him JT, so I tweeted this. Makes sense that JT, Jason Tatum, plays for the Celtics and not OKC because the Thunder sure weren't in sync. I don't care. I love a bad tweet. I love one.
That's a great tweet, man. Don't be so hard on yourself.
I accidentally retweeted your tweet.
Oh, so
but I
You're
meant,
worst of the week too.
I
then.
meant to make fun of your tweet or say boo like some people were, but I forgot to add the manual retweet, so I just retweeted it, so it looked like I liked it.
So did you
So
take
I'm
that back?
worse of the week.
Did
no,
you take that
I
back?
could have
Yeah.
deleted
You
it,
coulda-
but I didn't.
Yeah.
I'd say 51% of people hated it.
Yeah.
40% of people liked it. 9% of people just told me to delete my account. But the winner this week is Austin Rivers. Now, I hate to do Austin dirty like this because he did nothing wrong in this situation. Time ticking down, he just wants to shake referee Ron Garrett's hand, but Ron doesn't play like that. He plays by the rules in his 31st season of refereeing. Can't touch a player during play. The time was ticking down, but he also walks away from him.
Yeah.
Doesn't just stand there to give him a handshake when the buzzer goes off.
And then changes course. Hey, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
See you later.
Guess it's just they don't want to be seen, in any way, fraternizing with the players.
Sure,
I guess.
sure.
But
Right.
once the buzzer goes, you would think it'd be okay.
Well, it hadn't gone yet.
Yeah,
Technically there was like 3 seconds to go.
It's in the handbook. No high fives before the buzzer goes off.
Yeah.
Sorry, Garrett's son. I play by the rules.
So Austin Rivers, though, the worst of the week.
I guess.
A couple tweets and Austin
Bad
Rivers not
week.
getting a high five.
Bad week.
Right. But in a way, a good week for the NBA.
For me.
Yeah. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, oh, it's the best top 10 east of the Mississippi. Wait, hold on. North, east, south. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we got it for sure.
Yeah, east of the Mississippi. The best.
The Starters is brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey, official partner of the NBA.
Welcome back to the Starters, where it's time for the best top 10 in sports. Let's do this. Let's start at number 10. That makes sense. This is March, guys. The Celtics. Marcus Morris with the step back three as the Celtics are down 2, go up 1. Unbelievable comeback versus the Thunder. The missed free throws on one end, the threes on the other. Good start to the top 10 here.
Here comes Kelly Olynyk with this beautiful pass in between the legs of Kyle O'Quinn. That's why you get baggy shorts, Kyle. Maybe block it.
A little flavor on the slam jam, too. Love it.
Yeah, Josh Richardson, very nice.
That flavor is nutmeg. At number 8, check out this granny oop finish from Terrence Ferguson. Yeah.
Oop layup.
Raymond.
Don't see too many of those.
Throw it higher. But unbelievable finish there. Just floating and then kissing it off the glass at number 8.
Some more short shorts as well. Victor Oladipo, watch this, put back.
Boom!
That's pretty mean.
Oh, he came out of nowhere.
That's
Rumbling.
nice. The roof being raised from the bench. I guess it's a Pacers thing because
yeah.
Victor Oladipo also raised
Yeah, love it. At number 6, Spider with the jelly. Switching hands.
yeah.
Looking like MJ in 91 versus the Lakers, Lee.
Oh, yeah, he
A
does.
spectacular move by Donovan Mitchell. That was a horrible Marv impersonation. I'm sorry, Marv.
That's all right.
At number 5, it's Dorian Finney-Smith.
Nice Finny, Dorian. Yeah.
What?
You know, finish.
Oh, finish. Yeah.
You left the Dorian open and the Finney.
Huge. Huge. At number 4, Miles Turner, pump fake. And then poster.
Oh,
On Shaq.
Guess it was his Turner to dunk it.
oh yeah.
Miles would later go home and build a highlight out of Lego. His exact highlight. 1,500 pieces plus.
3 alley-oops here at number 3. Yeah, we snuck a couple in. That's a reverse alley-oop and a half-court set.
In traffic.
In a headband.
Yeah.
Some good stuff. Bam Adebayo, don't call me Abadeo, with the nice alley-oop right there. Tyler Johnson picking everybody.
That's pick of the season right there.
And this Giannis from way at
Go,
the side
go,
of the back.
Gadget Arms,
Or
go,
look
go,
where he
go.
grabs it
Fresh
from.
mode. Goodness. My goodness. At number 2, Dwight Powell thinks he's going to catch the Eiffel Tower. Nah. Dwight gets denied.
That's beautiful.
Like a freshman trying to get into the bar with a fake ID. The Frenchman saying no to the freshman. What?
At number 1. Yeah, we went back to Thursday for
Oh, who cares?
God.
It's
this.
that good.
This is great.
Even LeBron was absolutely shocked at how good that dunk was.
We've heard it probably about 15 million times this year, but this is year 15 for this guy.
There are Trailblazers fans celebrating this dunk.
Yeah, watch in the background
Pops up.
here.
Oh! That's going to make the top 10, even though it was on a Thursday. After the jump, Lily hits us with the very solid play, and we have a wedgie, so don't go anywhere. Look at our own Lily. He's a meme. We asked you to caption Late Night Lee, who's sort of happy that we're doing a late night show. We got a few of the best responses on Twitter. Hashtag the Starters Trade. Take it away.
Oh, yeah, people killed it. Damien says, when you know you're going to lose the pick and path and will have to wear a mask. Someone clearly loves Lamp. When you do a whole show wearing no pants, is that happening right now, Lee? When a ghost lives in your house and only occasionally scares people. When your kids make you cookies, but all you want is a banana. When the free t-shirt doesn't fit. What a disappointment.
Yeah.
This is when the East Coast games don't provide you with a very solid play. When there's about to be a wedgie, but the ball slips out. Total bummer. When you feel like you killed it on Crossfire, but you still take that L. How about when the grocery store is out of organic bananas? What a disappointment. When Skeets disapproves of another very solid play, it could be happening soon. When you go to bed later than late and can't watch Ellen the next day, what a bummer. That moment you realize you lost yet another pick and payoff. It's not over yet. And finally, this is when you're trying to pretend your plays are still very solid. You better come strong here, Lee.
Fire. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, last night's pick and play. We were split on this one. Pelicans, Lakers. Tass and I were playing the schedule game, I guess, and Pelicans pulled it out. So nice win for Trey and Lee. You see the records there at the bottom for the month of March. They're important because whoever's in last place has to pay it off at the end of the month or the start of April. Tass right now in last, but Lily right there. So an important game tonight. And, I'm almost hoping Lee doesn't lose again. But here's tonight's picks. Oh, interesting. Nuggets, Wizards, this one on NBA TV very, very shortly. Trey, Lee, and myself will take the Wizards at home. Tass, hoping to make up a game on Lee, will take the Nuggets on the road. Good luck. Oh.
I feel like I'm going to be eating 2,000 nuggets next week.
Oh, goodness. Very solid play.
Yeah, you think it's just this beautiful bounce pass, but it's not. It's an extra pass over to Trevor Ariza for a swish bomb. Yeah, it wasn't a lot last night, to be fair, but that's still.
Well, that's fair.
I don't mind that one. That's all right. It's a beautiful first bounce pass. That's what I call a very solid play.
Still pretty solid. The Rockets, always solid. This was also solid. We had a wedgie, folks.
Woo!
Wedgie number 31. Let's call it Wedgie Miller because it's 31. Etuan Moore from the corner, sticking it.
Oh, yeah.
Almost slips out. No, not slipping out. Number 31 on the season.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, not going to get to 50.
Oh,
but
come on. Have
still
some faith,
counting 'em.
man. The
Still
playoffs
counting 'em.
count. Playoffs count.
They do.
Today's drop, we discussed Kawhi, Kyrie, the Kings MVP chances, and I asked the guys what zoo animal they're most scared of, but, well, TK, he had to answer very, very quickly.
I have to pee so bad right now. Oh my goodness, man. Those shout outs took so long. I'm going to explode, bro. Speed it up.
You just gotta not think about it.
I'm going first. It's goats. You're allowed to pet them in a petting zoo and they kick people all the time. Is a goat going to kick a 3-year-old? Maybe. I don't know. See ya.
Probably. Bye.
Trey,
a
go
good
pee.
There he goes.
See ya.
Did you make it?
Literally barely.
Tonight on NBA TV, Nuggets, Wizards, Celtics, Blazers. Enjoy the games. We'll see you late night on Monday.
Thank you for joining us, folks. We're sleeping till 1 a.m. Monday. Or is it Tuesday? I don't know.
Brace the weekend, people.